What's up and good morning. Happy Selection Sunday. Big day in college hoops today. I'm excited. I think it's almost 9 o'clock. Looks like my computer and my cell phone are the same time. So I think, and I tweeted this out earlier, I have no idea what time it is. I wake up, I look at my phone, and remember it's daylight savings time. What's up, Zach? Good morning. And then I think, did my phone update? And it probably did. But, I'm just waking up. So I have these questions. And now I have to do math. What's up, Dan? So I love daylight savings time, but I hate the constant time changes. What's up, Ryan? What's up, Herman? So I think we should just keep it right now. Okay, we get the longer days for now, and let's just keep it here. Let's just keep it here. No more. We're not going to fall back in October or whenever. We're just going to keep it this time. That's what I would wish for. So I think it is almost 9 o'clock. Selection Sunday, so that's awesome. We get more daylight today. We get a bunch of college hoops. We get the brackets tonight. I'm excited. I went to the card shop yesterday down in Illinois. I'm reading Zach's comment here about Herman's yard work. It gives me more time to do yard work, but do I really want to do the yard work? So I went to the card shop yesterday. I kind of woke up with a hobby hangover. So I did not manage my time well as far as for dietary reasons. Okay. So I woke up, I got some packages done after I went live yesterday morning. And I planned on hitting the road at 10 o'clock, which I nailed. By the way, I was very proud of myself because usually when I say I want to be on the road at 10, it's like 10:20. And then it's like, oh crap, I have to get gas. And that tacks on another 10 minutes. But my gas tank was filled. And I literally pulled out of my driveway at 10 a.m. on the dot. Hobby Hotline had just started. So it's about an hour, and I guess it was an hour and 20 minutes because Hobby Hotline took me almost to my destination, maybe 10, 15 minutes out. So it was a good listen, good hobby content on my drive to the card shop. But while I managed that well, I did not manage my lunch plans because I had a light breakfast, which I should have planned on having a heavy breakfast. Now, most times during the week, I make 3 eggs, toast, and usually a couple tomatoes, and that fills me up for most of the day, and I just have a light lunch. I should have done that yesterday because I just had toast. I was going to have avocado toast, but the avocado was bad. So I just had toast, and I think that's it. A couple pieces of cheese. So I should have known, and I should have, once I reached my destination, it was 11:30. I should have got just a quick bite to eat, just a sandwich to tide me over. I didn't do that. And then I think I went straight from coffee. I took a bottle of water on the way. Herman, I eat tomatoes for breakfast every morning. Tomato is my favorite fruit. I love tomatoes. I eat tomatoes like candy. And the winter months up here in Wisconsin, we don't get really good tomatoes on the winter months. But my wife picked up some from the grocery store last week, and they were super juicy and a lot of flavor. So very good. Yes, I love tomatoes, and tomatoes for breakfast every morning. In fact, I'm out, so I'm going to run to the grocery store today and get some more tomatoes. Um, so I hung out at the card shop. I was there 3.5 hours. I was getting hungry, and then it was like 3 when I left, and I hit McDonald's and had a Coke and a couple. I did the 2 hamburger meal thing. So tomato on toast, yeah, I'll do tomato. I'll do tomatoes on anything. Sausage bit. Oh yeah, I've got some southern at heart with when it comes to food. I love chicken and waffles. Love chicken and waffles. Of course, I have those for dinner instead of breakfast. Sausage gravy biscuits. Yeah, I'll do tomato on toast. So my whole diet was like, well, I don't have a diet, but my eating regimen was way off the bat yesterday. Biscuits and gravy, so good. Now I'm really hungry. I haven't had breakfast yet. I've got my coffee. So I dug through the dollar boxes, $50 boxes, and so this particular card shop, I've hung out at their booth at card shows, and I've just spent like hours digging through their quarter boxes and their dollar boxes. Got their card, and they were, short drive for me, hour 20 minutes. So I for like a year and a half, I've been wanting to make the trip. I finally did 2 weeks ago. I only made it through 2 monster boxes, but I pulled some just awesome cards for like 50 cents each. So it's like, and their shop looks like what's behind me times 10. Like, it's just a complete mess. It's chaos, and I love it because I can just dig through boxes. I may flag this pro tomato talk as fake news. So I planned on like 3-4 hours of just going through boxes. And like when I was all said and done, I'm looking through the cards, and it's like I didn't do as well as I did 2 weeks ago, even with like twice the amount of time, and I looked through twice the amount of boxes. I pulled some good cards, but I don't think I pulled like great cards. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not getting greedy here because, I pulled a lot of stuff that, for 50 cents is a heck of a bargain. So all in all, I pulled 144 cards, and it was $75. So the average per card cost was 52 cents because there were a couple, and I don't know his exact price structure for these. Because 2 weeks ago he said they were like 50 cents or $1. And I think it's kind of like the top loaded cards are $1, penny sleeves are 50 cents. And I think the autos are like $1 or $1.25. So I pulled some cards. So these cards I've already listed on eBay. So totally geeked out last night. My wife and I watched like 4 hours of Jeopardy. So my wife and I at dinner, we play on Alexa, we play trivia. There's like a daily trivia through the Alexa app. So we play the daily trivia, and then we play Jeopardy on Alexa. So that's like our daily routine at dinner. And so now there's Jeopardy on Netflix. So we've been watching, and we've been rooting for this Austin Rogers guy. He's a goofy bartender. And he does all kinds of crazy things when he's introduced. It's very fun. I don't know when this came out. It might be 10 years old. I don't know. But we like binged Jeopardy last night. And so that was like that was our Saturday night, Netflix Jeopardy. So I listed a few of these cards, as I was watching Jeopardy. What's up, Tom? Good morning. Tom had a show at Northwoods. Oh, very cool, in Peoria. Hit the diamond quarter boxes, did pretty well. Took a 10-cent Trevor Bauer and flipped it for $7. Nice. That's what I love. See, that's what I love. That's what I love about dollar boxes and dime boxes and quarter boxes. Never paid any attention to the quarter boxes until you mentioned them. Okay, so I'm gonna piggyback off of Tom And so, like I mentioned just a minute ago, I didn't think I did as well with yesterday's haul that I did previously. But I'm going through, and I actually I didn't even plan on tweeting this out. So this is first. So I didn't even plan on tweeting this out, but I'm going through, and I know Griffey's kind of hot again. So I found this. It's a Super Nintendo card. So I think this came with the Ken Griffey Jr. baseball cartridge in 1994. Ken Griffey Jr. And so this was like the first card that you could see when I took a picture of like the box that I bought, the cards in the box that I bought. That was showing, and I think Ryan Cracknell tweeted the Griffey's worth it, worth all that. And so when I got home, I looked it up, and it's like a $15 card. So I'm like, I knew when I was pulling it, like I could probably get a few bucks for it, but I didn't think it was a $10 to $15 card. So that was like that was my first win. So then when I got home, I was showing off my Cubs. So obviously this is not a flip. I'm keeping because it's a Cubs card. But I saw this Topps Heritage, and I knew that it was not the base card because there's something funky going on with the name. So the name's in red. So I went to look up, what variation this was, and it's a super short print, and it's the name, it's the name color variation. There's only 3 of these listed on eBay. 2 of them are listed for $130. There's one that's listed, I think, for $50 shipped. So even at 50, the lowest is 50. For 50 cents, I pulled this. So this was like my lottery, my scratch off ticket win out of the 50-cent boxes. A $50 card for 50 cents. So I thought that was going to be the highlight. Well, that was the highlight because it's a personal collection card. Also worth more than the next card, but I don't know where I put it. So I thought that was going to be the last of the like real diamonds. Like I had no idea it was worth. I knew it was a variation, and I'll pull like Topps if I can get a short print image variation from Topps. I pulled a couple of rookies, Nick Williams and Orlando Arcia. They're the image variation rookie cards, and it's like for 50 cents. If one of them takes off, it'll be I don't know, $5. So yeah, so whenever I find a Mike Trout card for 50 cents, I'm like, yeah, I mean, Mike Trout's worth 50 cents all day, even base. Now, maybe like a Bowman base from like 2019. I'm not going to buy that for 50 cents. But I did pull a rainbow foil 2 weeks ago. But I pulled this. And like I said, I wouldn't pull a base of Mike Trout, but it just looks different. Like I don't recognize this card. So much like the Chris Bryant, I knew it was, I thought it was a variation. Like I don't remember this being the base card in 2017. And I'm like, even if it is the base card, it's 50 cents. I'll take it. So I looked it up, and first of all, it's card number 1, and Chris Bryant was card number 1 in 2017 Topps. So I'm like, well, what is this? So I looked. It's the New Era variation. So in a couple years, New Era and Major League Baseball had a deal, and they had packs, like 5, 6, 7, 8 card packs at the stadiums, and only select stadiums. I think maybe a third of Major League Baseball stadiums had these packs, and you could only get a pack of these New Era cards from Topps with a purchase of a New Era like hat. So I actually happened to be at Wrigley Field when they were on sale, and I think it was 2017. And I bought a Cubs hat and got the New Era Topps Cubs cards. I made sure they had the cards before I bought the hat because I didn't need another hat. So I did get the cards, and I didn't pull any Cubs out of it, but I did pull like an Aaron Judge, and they were like you got the pack free. I think the pack was free with the purchase of a hat. And so I probably paid $30 for the hat. So I've got a hat plus these cards, and I think the Judge alone sold for 20 or 25. So this card, there's only 2 of these listed on eBay. And I think the lowest is $35. So again, 50 cents, $35. Now, these are rare occurrences. Like usually it's like image variation Tyler Austin, 50 cents, and this will probably sell for like $3. So that's where I'm kind of counting my flips. And what's fun about this is like I'm still a collector. Like I'm not going into these card shops and doing card shop arbitrage. Like I'm pulling Cubs cards, and so my ultimate goal is to pick up a stack, buy a stack of Cubs cards, and then with, these other cards flip and pay for the Cubs cards and then fund my next card shop trip. So that's the fun. Like it's the treasure hunt to find the Chris Bryant and Mike Trout variations and then find the Cubs and even bonus when one of those treasures is your personal collection. So these are all cards that I listed last night on eBay. That's just a Jose Barrios refractor. It's not his first, so it's like a couple bucks. I've been pulling Corey Seager's. I picked up 4 of his rookie cards 2 weeks ago. This is like the Bowman is back insert. What's up, Ryan? Good morning, Matthew. What's up, Carl? Ryan says, I wish there was quarter baseball boxes at the shop I go to, but it's hockey land up here, so no luck. I'd love for there to be card shops in the UK, but it's a great feeling going through these boxes and finding hidden gems. Carl, it is so much fun. And like I said, I can sit for hours. And it always helps. They had a kind of a backup employee working yesterday, and he taught and coached at a school I was familiar with in Illinois. So we were talking about like high school football from, the glory days and just some good stuff. I pulled these 2 Topps Now, Raphael Buck. You can't go wrong with those this morning. I've been pulling a lot of like first Bowmans and rookie stars. That's a first Bowman, Blake Snell. Like I said, Griffey is another one that it's like, any type of like parallel insert or rookies, I'm going to pull Griffey's. This is an X-Fractor of Steven Strasburg from 13, I think. Here's another early Corey Seager, Bowman Platinum. There was a bunch of Corey Seager in these boxes. A second-year Chrome, Francisco Lindor. Another refractor. This is Max Scherzer. Oh, it's not really refracting, is it? 50 cents for a Topps Magazine from Archives insert of Ronald Acuna. Here's a second-year Chrome Corey Seager. What's up, Ricardo? I'm just showing off some 50-cent cards from yesterday. Tristan McKenzie, this is numbered to 250. He had a really good season last year. So this is another one that normally Barry Larkin, 87 Topps. Normally for 50 cents, I would say pass all day long. I'm not going to buy those for a dime. But I discovered I had like 5 or 6 of them in my boxes a couple weeks ago. And I started looking at comps, and they sell for a few bucks. So I listed like 5 of them for $2.50, and they've all sold. So I'm like, if I can sell these fairly quickly for $2.50 each, that's $7.50 on a $1.50 investment. I'll do it. We're a bunch of like McGuire. It was Larkin, and there was a stack of McGuires. I guess next time I go, if they're still there, I mean, he probably had 15 or 20 McGuire 87 Topps for 50 cents each. Can't go wrong with that. Here's from, I think, 95 Bowman. It's a foil, Andy Pettitte. Ricardo, I bought, these were all singles. So basically, Ricardo, the card shop I was at looks like what's behind me times 10. It's just a mess. And he's got like a couple shelves he takes to card shows, which are all like 50-cent cards. And these were all 50-cent cards that I pulled. Here's a Topps Gold, Steven Strasburg. It was a blast. I spent 3.5 hours. My wife was less than impressed. A-Rod, numbered to 250. I was telling her a story. There were a couple customers that came in that I kind of found the exchanges were humorous. So I was telling my wife, one like was repeatedly came back, and my wife's like, and I'm like, and then so they finally came back at 2, and my wife's like, wait a second, how long were you there? I'm like 3.5 hours. I actually just sold this. I pulled one of these 2 weeks ago, Rudy Giuliani. I put it up for $5 and it sold like in a couple days. So I'm like, here's a flip. There were also like a bunch of not that from this set, but some other like random sets of Obama. And I thought of, I should take a flyer on these because I bet they'll sell for a few bucks, but I didn't. There was a couple boxes of like non-sports, like relics. And I did go through them because I was looking for Allen and Ginter. There were only a couple and they weren't, anything that I wanted. But there was like a ton of like just like UFC. There was a ton of UFC, and I don't know anything about UFC, but I know Brock Lesnar. This is numbered to 188. So I'm like, I'll take that. I was also looking for wrestling because I do know wrestling. There was some random wrestling. Excuse me, but I didn't pick it because it was a lot of like just like random base. So this is an Adam Dunn first Bowman Chrome. And I figure these were not like as much produced in 98, 99. I think Bowman Chrome came out in 97 because Kerry Wood had his rookie card in Chrome, and it was like a super hot card in 98. So I figure Adam Dunn's a big name player in his first, well, I guess they're rookie cards. They were not first Bowmans back then. Rookie card, Bowman Chrome rookie card. Like, hey, why not? Here's a Bowman Chrome rookie of Corey Seager. So again, I was just trying to pull like Corey Seager's. This card, I was surprised the comps are not very good. Trey Turner, first Bowman. They're only selling for a couple bucks, which I was surprised. I thought they might sell for, I don't know, 4 or 5 maybe. Madison Bumgarner, first Bowman. So those were some random cards. I showed the Griffey. This is a mega box Sandy Alcantara, and I think he's with the Marlins now. Yeah, I agree. That Turner, it has some room to grow. Aaron Hicks, like a green X-Fractor or whatever that is. It's not numbered, so I don't know what type of parallel that is. Yeah, Trevor Story is definitely underrated. Couple Kirilloff first Bowmans. I pulled one of his 2 weeks ago, and he's caught fire in spring training. Jose Abreu, first Bowman. He's another guy that's underrated in the hobby. He was super hot when he came up in 14, and then he kind of dropped. Another player that I'm shocked at how low the values are is Matt Olson. There were a ton of these first Bowman Chrome Matt Olson cards, and they only sell for a couple bucks. I was shocked. But there were, I bet he had 20, maybe not 20, maybe a dozen of these first Bowman Chrome Matt Olsons. And I think I picked up 1 or 2 last week as well. This is a cool card. Rated Prospect, Bo Bichette, 2018. Very cool card. Another Griffey. Who didn't love holograms in the early 90s? What a sweet card. I don't know. Lime Rock International. Lime Rock. I haven't looked this up, but I figured for 50 cents, I'll take a flyer on a Griffey hologram. And it's hard to pass up holograms because I grew up in that heyday. Here's another Bichette. It's a 2017 Bowman Prospect. There were a bunch of like Bowman colors and parallels, and even more. Like, I should probably just go in anything in the last 3 years just for 50 cents I should buy, but I just kept passing up, and I was really cherry picking. Like most Yankees, I'll pull. This is a first Bowman Chrome refractor of Anthony Sigler. Basically just taking flyers on some stuff. This is a paper Quentin Holmes, numbered to 499. And then here is Mega Box, Dr. Quentin Holmes. And then here's Michael. What's up, Michael? Michael, there were some Denny's Grand Slam hollows. There was a Sandberg that I almost bought, but I literally have like 300 Denny's Ryan Sandberg holograms. So I'm like, I'll save the 50 cents. Jose Abreu Bowman Platinum rookie. I'll save the 50 cents and buy something else. I don't know anything about Miguel Angel Sierra, but I figure here's a first Bowman. It's blue, not no, unless it's on the front. Nope, it's not. So it's just some type of parallel. Buster Posey, top prospects insert. I took a flyer on Miguel Angel Sierra. If there were like a pile of like parallels and serial numbers on a newer Bowman, I would pick them up. Like this is numbered to refractor of 499, and then this is numbered to 125. So what I'll do is I'll just these like stuff like that I'm taking flyers on, I'm basically going to put in a prospect box and save for a rainy day. This I need to look up. I think it's just the base, but I didn't know if this was a short print. Christian Yelich from 2017 archives. It's numbered to it's number 216 in the set, and I could not remember if archives was a 300 card set or a 200 card set. So if it's just a base, I probably threw 50 cents away. But I more than made up for it with some other stuff. Gleyber Torres, I think that's from Topps View with the Tampa Yankees. And then I picked up this Yankees talent pipeline with Gleyber. Brazier, I think eventually he's got to like break out, right? So that's a mega box refractor. Any first Bowman of hitters that were serial numbered, I was buying. Nick Schnell of the Tampa Bay Rays. Know nothing about him, but it's a first Bowman, and it's numbered to 499. So I figured for 50 cents, why not? Here's an early Panini Father's Day from 2017. It's numbered to 499, Corey Seager. So take that all day. I just actually sold a couple Austin Beck cards, so he must be doing something in spring training. This is a refractor of 499. I actually just sold a couple Helio Ramos cards as well. First Bowman, just paper. Max. Okay, Herman can correct me. Max Fried. This is numbered to 399. And I've got quite a few of these. I've got a couple refractors as well from this set. So why not? Matthew will like that. Jack Kalish, first Bowman, numbered to 250. This one's numbered to 250. First Bowman, Jason Rosario. And I looked at his age. He was born in 99. What, 2021, so he'll be 22 in October. So he's still fairly young. Andres Jimenez. This is numbered to what, 499? That's a paper. Here's the same card in Fractor. Got a rookie. Was he in this year's rookie class or was he in last year? I can't remember. Here's another Yankee first bro. How you pronounce it? 499. Another first Bowman Chrome, Jorge Guzman from the Marlins. There were like five of these numbered to 150. Jose Adalis Garcia. I may have bought one of these 2 weeks ago as well. I couldn't remember, but I kept coming across those. It's like, how many are there? Here's another Griffey. It's not Sportflix, but it's Topps. It's a Topps card. Forgot Topps got into that like 3D game. I think that might be the set, Topps 3D. That's from 1995. I should probably collect the set. There's only 30 of these, and I think I have 5 now. that I've pulled out of like 25-cent and 50-cent boxes. This is Hunter Green. I know I have a Colton Walker. I pulled a couple more at my local card shop here in Madison. I think I got like 4 of them here. So what else do we have? Oh, here's a first Bowman number to 150. Grant Little of the Padres. Austin Meadows yellow. Picked up a couple Shoheis. Second year cards. It's a bummer. I sold like all of his rookie cards. I think he's going to take off this year. Oh, check out. Zach will like this. This is another Topps 3D, but this is like an insert. Frank Thomas. It's pretty cool. Some silver ice. Luis Severino and Jameson Taillon, both on the Yankees now. Taillon with the Yankees. Keibert Ruiz, I do know he's a 2021 rookie. That's numbered to 250. Kevin Maitan, he was the Ronald Acuna the year before Ronald Acuna was Ronald Acuna. Kevin Maitan, he's in the Angels system now, and he really took a. I think that's one of the few cards that I sold early at the peak of his popularity. I pulled from that set Bowman Chrome Auto, and I think it sold for like $125, and that was what, 2017. That was crazy money at the time. Now 125 seems like it's like the 20th best player in the set. And now they're selling for like 10 to 15. Gary Sanchez, I hope he breaks out. I had him on my fantasy team last year, and he was kind of underwhelming. Here's another Royal, MJ Melendez. It's a refractor, first Bowman. Here's another Keibert Ruiz, number to 499. This is a Yankees first Bowman, Cannon Smith, number to 250. Again, any Yankee serial number, I am all in. So I took a flyer on Bobby Bradley. This is numbered to 150. And this is numbered to 499. And this is his first Bowman Chrome Refractor. So he's another one I took a flyer on. Jared Kelenic is super hot. So I was picking up any Kelenic cards I could find for 50 cents a pop. Love the 98 Bowman is what brought me back into baseball cards. 98 Bowman, there it is. And then there were 3 of these Bowman's Best, Kelenic. So for 50 cents a pop, why not? So then we've got, I got a Bobby Bradley first silver ice. There was not, now most of these boxes are like new stuff. As you can see, there's some 90s mixed in. Some 80s, like with the Barry Larkin. 83 Donruss, Cal Ripken Jr. for 50 cents all day. All day. Ian Anderson, numbered to 150. Christian Pache, Elite Extra Edition. That's from 2015. Wow. I didn't realize Pache's been with the Braves for so long. Was he even... Yep, he must have just signed that year. So very early Christian Pache card. Okay, so that was, I think that's all of the non-Cubs I pulled. So those were all 50 cents each. I can't believe it. So I showed that one. So then I pull, so the shopkeep was asking me, I'm like, he saw me going through baseball. So I'm like, yeah, I'm a Cubs collector. I collect any and all. But when I went through these boxes, basically what I'm looking for are cards that Cubs cards that I don't have, or serial numbers, because basically if it's serial numbered, I might have it, but obviously I'm not going to have that serial number. So I just kind of go through what I may or may not have. Yeah, we can talk Pache. Yeah. So this was in the non-sports box with the Rudy Giuliani I picked up. So Matthew says lots of good new stuff in your store. Found some Royals in there I need. So this is going into the Cubs collection. I don't know why John McCain is wearing a Cubs jersey, and it might explain it on the back. Obama was a White Sox. Obama lived in Chicago, from Chicago. But I don't know why John McCain is like, he's an Arizona guy. So it's presidential predictor set from Upper Deck. But yes, this does count as a Cubs card. Anything in a Cubs uniform, I count. Like Pearl Jam has some of their cards. I those if they're in Cubs uniform cards, I do not count. But if they're in a Cubs uniform, like the first pitch cards, definitely. So here's a Greg Maddux numbered to 150. Moments and milestones. There's like millions of different cards. Adbert Alzolay, first Bowman, numbered to 250 on the purple. So that's a heck yes. A lot of Starlin Castro and a lot of Addison Russell because, obviously they're for personal reasons about Addison Russell. That's a pink chrome rookie. Here's another Addison Russell. I think this is triple threads. It's numbered to 340. And Starlin Castro just kind of fell off. How about an early Eloy Jimenez from Bowman Platinum. Carl Edwards, numbered to 399 in the chrome blue refractor. Here's another Carl Edwards. This one's numbered to 250, kind of a mini. Here's the Starlins, or at least one of them. This one's numbered to 549. I think I pulled like about 10 Starlin Castros 2 weeks ago. I pulled another probably might be 10 yesterday. Here's a Ben Zobrist numbered to 250. Purple paper parallel. Purple paper parallel. Say that fast 5 times. Here's another. Oh, wow. There were 2 of them. So one's numbered 368. One's numbered 544. Same card. Didn't realize it. Zobrist. Here's another Castro numbered to 250. Chrome blue. Here's another numbered Greg Maddux. Numbered to 675. That's from Upper Deck. What year is that? Must be 08 when he came back. 06. Oh, that's right. He was not on the 08 team. Here's a... Oh, did not realize that. So this is Beckett, Chris Bryant, 2015. And on the back, David Adams Card World. Interesting. There were actually like 5 of those. I only picked up 1. Didn't realize they were numbered to 1500. Here's same 5, but this is green, numbered to 199. Yeah, I probably did pick up a dozen Starlin Castro. This one numbered to 199 from, is that what set is that? Tier 1. So as I was sorting the employee was sorting some cards, and he's like, "Do you have this one?" I'm like, "Oh no, Nico Horner, Topps Chrome Finest or Freshman Flash from last year." I don't think I had that one. Here's a Fergie Jenkins number to 399. I love these old Topps Heritage Chrome. This is Carlos Marmol from the 52 set. Refractor, that's numbered to 552. Here we got a first Bowman Thomas Hatch. Now he went to, where did he get traded to? I think he was traded to Toronto, numbered to 150. Toronto or Detroit? I can't remember which trade he was involved. Detroit was Paul Rashawn and Alex Lang. So I think Thomas Hatch went to Toronto, but I can't remember who they received in return from the Blue Jays. This is a variation, so that's a good get. Wilson Contreras image variation from 18 Topps. Pulled a couple autographs from the 90s, 95 signature rookies. Brandon Pico, Peoria Chiefs card. Very cool. And here's Mike Hubbard. I think I have a few of each of these actually, but they are numbered, so hey, why not? And for 50 cents, can't go wrong. Arizmendi Alcantara, numbered to 149. Another Addison Russell. I think that's numbered to 149. These are cool. I like the design on these cards, even though I don't like the huge hat that's just blue. I don't like that. Oh, so that was all my Cubs, but I left out some cards, so I need to put the Cubs aside. So there were more non-Cubs. Yes, I forgot I was missing the rookies. Orlando Arcia. This is an image variation. And how about this beauty? Jose Abreu. It's like the red. It's like the checklist highlights. This is one I'm going to set aside because I think Jose Abreu may turn it up in the hobby. I think it's a checklist, so it's not going to be as desirable as like a base card, but it's still the red variation and it's still a rookie. So definitely liked that. I forgot I pulled a Evan Longoria Topps rookie card. Pulled some Alex Gordon rookies. There were a ton of Alex Gordon rookies. Here's another. That was what's that? Upper Deck. This is SP. Another image variation from 2018 Topps. Nick Williams of the Phillies. Michael Fulmer, Bowman Chrome rookie, numbered to 250. He had a really good year last year, 2 years ago. Bowman rookie of Buster Posey. Herman had to step away to make sure I hadn't put that Pache on eBay. Fleer Ultra rookie of Alex Gordon. And another Alex Gordon. This is that Topps? That's the Topps 52. Those are sweet cards. I liked that set. There were a bunch of like random Cubs in there. A Walker Buehler rookie from Panini Studio. Awesome set. And then, are these refractors? No. These are Topps Chrome rookies of Matt Olson. And again, I don't understand why Matt Olson is so undervalued in the hobby. Matt Olson, Jose Abreu, Trevor Story, some of these guys like, and that's why I bought so I have a case minus 2 boxes because I opened 2 of the blasters, a blaster case of the 2016 Topps mega boxes. So you get like 5 packs of Topps Update and 2 packs of Topps Chrome Update. And it's loaded with rookies. And these were on sale for like $25 a blaster from Blowout Cards in November. So I bought the case and it's got Trevor Story. It's got Tim Anderson. It's got Jose Barrios, Aaron Nola, Blake Snell. Like it's got a ton of rookies. And that class is so undervalued. Like I think it's just going to take, I think a couple of those guys can blow up. And I think 2021 is going to be in baseball this is going to be a huge, we've seen a lot of craziness in the hobby. And I thought 2020 was going to be like the peak. And then we're going to start this steady decline. But I think we're almost to the peak. This is just my opinion. I think we're almost to the peak of this hobby craziness of surging prices, but I don't think we're there yet. I don't think we're at the top of the mountain. I think we're almost there. I think we're 9/10 of the way, maybe 4/5 of the way. I think we're close, but I think 2021, this summer maybe, is going to be like the peak. And then I think we're going to start, once, it sounds like all the COVID vaccines will be, by June, everybody should at least have them available. And then we're going to start seeing, really things open up. And we're going to have the National in July. I totally, I was very skeptical. I was very pessimistic a couple months ago about the National happening. I still think it's going to be very reined in. It's not going to be like 2019 as far as crowds. I think there's going to be a set number of people that can be inside the building still at the end of July, at the beginning of August. But it is going to be crazy, and a lot of people are going to descend upon the National to try to get in. It's going to be wild. I think we're going to see, we may see that peak at some point around national time and maybe a little bit after. And then we're going to probably see, I think a lot of the people that came in casually just to fill time during quarantine, I think they'll start to drift away and focus on other activities. But I think I think COVID captured a good amount of new and returning collectors. And Zach can correct me if I'm wrong. I think Zach returned to the hobby from COVID. And, I think Zach's, I think Zach, correct me if I'm wrong, I think you're here to stay. I think there's going to be some casual fall off from collectors that just came back in. I just need something for this year and a half to fill my time. And once I can go back to my normal routines, I'm going to stop buying cards or stop buying as many cards. I'm just going to do it casually. Ricardo might pass on the national. I am going to go because I'm by then I think everybody will be fully vaccinated, or again, have the availability to the vaccine. So I will definitely be there. And it's a short drive for me. So I'll definitely be there. I expect it to be like the Cubs championship parade. Yeah, I think it's gonna. So it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be wild. But there's definitely gonna be restrictions inside. I don't think they're going to. It's not going to be I don't think it's going to be jam packed just because of the state's handling. It's not going to be like Texas. Like you go to Dallas this weekend and it's just wall to wall people, masks optional. Illinois is handling things much differently. They're much more restricted with gatherings and public gatherings. And I don't see that changing in July. There's still going to be a lot of restrictions. There's going to be capacity. They're not just going to open the doors for anybody and everybody who can walk in. I think masks will still be required. So I think that's what's gonna happen. So Ricardo, that's what I think is gonna be the case. I think there's gonna be limited tickets. I think it's gonna be there's gonna be more demand for tickets to the national than there will be supply. I think there's gonna be a lot of people left out because they won't be able to get tickets. I wouldn't be surprised if we see scalpers offering up tickets. I really think there's going to be way more demand for people wanting to get in to the national than what will be allowed. So that's just my personal opinion, and based on how Illinois is handling gatherings, and just kind of the kind of where we are, and where we will probably be. I think a lot of that is lifted and now how it's been pretty widespread here now. I think that definitely helps with the gatherings and how the state's handling the public gatherings. Zach's okay. I'm here to say good deal. Porter helps a ton too because he will keep interest hopefully another 7 years. He may drop out like I did in high school. Yeah, and I was the same way. I dropped out of collecting baseball in like 92 because I caught basketball fever. But then I think I left the hobby. I left kind of the card hobby in like 94, like in junior high. I think like 7th grade is when I stopped collecting cards. I got into pro wrestling really big. But then I returned to the hobby when I was a junior in high school. And so then I collected my junior and senior year in high school. And then when I went to college, then I was totally out. And then I came back at various times. And usually when I came back, like in my 20s, my early 20s, when I would come back to the hobby, it was usually because I just wanted to sell everything I had. And once I started going through my collection, it's like, I don't want to get rid of this. And then I go buy more. And that's usually, I would take a break for like a year or two. And then I would get my cards out to sell and realize I didn't want to sell them. And I'd buy more. And then I was sucked in, I was hooked in. And then that just kept happening. And then behind me happened. Herman's terrified to fly, but it would be a 12-hour drive. That's a reasonable drive. 12 hours is totally reasonable. Herman, you should totally do it. I hate flying as well. 12 hours. So Georgia to Chicago, I don't know if I would. I mean, everybody's different. I hate flying, but I'd probably fly over drive 12 hours. Glad you brought up the National. I hope you're right. I'm going to buy one VIP ticket, but if they're not a ticket limit, I'm going to sell my ticket. Tickets are tickets on sale. I need to check that out, because if tickets are on sale, I need to get them, because I think they will sell out. I don't know. It's going to be, I think everything's, whatever I say, I mean, it's just my assumption and guess. And I think it's anybody's guess. Okay. Ricardo, I don't think you have a wrench. I don't think it showed up. Let me give you a wrench. Okay. Ricardo, can you post that link again? I think you should have, it's not showing. Okay. Yeah. You should be able to post that link. It didn't show up. I had to give you the wrench thing. So yeah, if tickets are on sale, I need to go buy one like now, like this morning. So, cause I do plan on, I mean, it's only, for me, it's a 2-hour drive. So, I drive down, I get, me and a buddy, share a hotel room, usually about a 15-minute drive from the thing, which it's kind of inconvenient, but we save a ton of money. And I'd rather drive, 15 minutes to and from the show, and save like $100 a night or $75 a night than to just be a walk away. That the convenience is great. And again, if you're flying in, then it's totally different. Ricardo, wow. 15 minute 20. Oh, so you're way clear, like right there. Or is that your hotel? Or do you live in Chicago? So I prefer saving like $75 a night, and plus we split the hotel cost too. But even then we would save money. But I like that money saving. So like over, that's like $200, for the whole week of being there like 4 nights. We save about $200, maybe 250 against staying at like the hotel across the street, where it's super convenient to walk across the street. But I've got an extra $200 in my pocket that I can buy cards with. However, I do understand that a lot of people fly in and they don't have, a rental car will probably cost $200. So it's not worth it. You just get the hotel across the street, and because otherwise you have to rent a car or take an Uber, and then you're looking at probably more cost in driving or riding to and from than what you would save in the hotel cost. National is my favorite time of the year. I've only been to one National. I was at the Chicago show in 2019, and it was phenomenal. Loved it. So yeah, it was definitely, I'm not going to fly, was last year supposed to be in Atlantic City. Like that's just not like, I'm not going to fly out to Atlantic City. But I'll drive down to Chicago. Definitely. So, I love the National, and there's a show there in June. The Spectacular that is normally held in March was pushed back to the first weekend in June. So I plan on going to that show as well. So I think June 3rd and 4th, I think it's just 2 days. The Spectacular, usually it's, I think 3, or maybe 4. Usually they do Thursday through Sunday, I think. The Sports Spectacular is great. It's kind of a very mini National. it's a big show, but it's not like the Dallas show was this weekend. I don't think there's 500-600 tables there, but very cool. So wow, I'm almost an hour. So thanks for everybody for chatting along and following along. I have some packages to get to today. Enjoy the college basketball. I'm supporting my Western Illinois Leathernecks, although they're not in the running. They're in the Summit League. They lost probably in the first round, I think. I think Oral Roberts got the automatic bid from the conference. So they'll hear their name. Oral Roberts will hear their name called today. Selection Sunday. I am going to root for, I grew up an Iowa Hawkeyes fan. But I've turned a leaf and I've been rooting for Illinois. Now Wisconsin is my number one living here. But I've got to pull for the Illini. I actually have a couple people that I know on staff or on the team. A friend of mine has a son who's preferred walk-on at Illinois. So it's really cool to small town kid, transferred up to a school in Chicago for 2 years and is now a preferred walk-on at Illinois. So it's really cool to see his journey. And then Brad Underwood, the head coach, he was at my alma mater. He was an assistant coach for about 10 years. So he was in Macomb for 10 years, and he just has he's a great guy. First off, he's an awesome guy, stand-up dude. And he's got a great coaching story. He really went through, he did the climb, he climbed the ladder, spent 10 years at Western in the 90s and early 2000s. Then he went to, he was an assistant somewhere. Then he got a job. He finally, after 20 years as an assistant, he got a job at Stephen F. Austin. They made a Sweet 16 run a few years ago. And then he was hired at, before he came to Illinois, he was hired somewhere else. I don't know if it's Oklahoma or it was a bigger school. I think it was a Big 12 conference school. So he coached 5 or 6 years at Stephen F. Austin, made a couple tournament runs, and then got hired at a Big 12 school. And it's wow. And then Illinois job opens and he gets hired back in a state where he coached for so long. So an awesome story and a great guy. So I'll be rooting for the Illini today against Ohio State. I'll be doing some trash talking. One of my best friends is a diehard Buckeyes fan. So I'm going to talk some trash and root for the Illini today. So thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. I do have some of those cards in the eBay store, 99centcards.com. And then Matthew, I'm going to work on your Royals package today. Zach, I have some stuff coming your way. You bought some stuff out of the store, so I've got those, and then I've got some bonus cards for you too. So thanks for tuning in. Have a great Sunday, and we'll talk tomorrow.